welcome back. Texas Tom, American Truck Simulator Vlog, Week 5. Man, this was a challenging week. We swapped out our trailer. We're going to talk about that. And we also did not meet our contractual quota. So, again, we're working as a contract driver for Pioneer Natural Resources. Part of that contract is that we make 10 deliveries, 10 stops at a Pioneer location throughout the week. Well, we missed that. Going to talk about that. Again, we got growing pains. We've been learning as we've progressed throughout the game. Things were a lot easier when we just had to get in the company truck and go. We got a lot to take into account now that we're using our own trucks and our own trailers. So again, we're based out of Fort Stockton, Texas. We're coming in, we started week 5 with a balance of $431,000, which was less than what we had in week 4. But we're making some money and we're making some moves. We bought a new truck. We're anxious to get that so that we can get a new driver to help out with these contracts. But yeah, we fell a little bit short in that department. So week 5, we decided to swap over to the fuel tanker. I told you last week I was nervous about this because I don't know what kind of loads we're going to find other than the crude oil. And I think we're going to run into issues. And you'll see how we played that this week. But we did use the fuel tanker trailer this week. So week 5, we did 4,200 miles, traveled over 4,000 miles, and we did 16 loads, which was more than last week. We did work most of the week. We did not take much time off this week. Again, we're trying to get that money going. We're trying to expand the business. So we did work a lot more this week. We were able to bring in $177,000 in jobs income this week. Our most popular load type was the crude oil. That was because we used that fuel tanker. So let's check out the driver's log. Let's see what we were doing and see how this fuel tanker trailer provided some challenges for us. All right, here we are, the driving log for week 5. Total earnings, $177,000, over 4,000 miles traveled, averaging $42 per mile. We used the fuel tanker trailer exclusively this week. Every load, we had our truck, our trailer, our Black Betty Peterbilt 389, which is the only truck we have at the garage right now. We do have another truck hopefully going to be delivered next week. So we'll be up to 2 trucks. But this is what it looked like. This was a challenging week. We got lucky on Tuesday and Wednesday. I thought that maybe we found a cool little lane that we could just, bounce back from Corpus Christi. But after we did the delivery once, it was done. I was really excited about the potential to have a load that we could constantly recur, but that did not happen. And as you can see, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 visits to Pioneer this week, and we're supposed to have 10. So we're going to have to see what we do about that. Hopefully Pioneer doesn't come after us too much, but we did not get the 10 load contractual obligation this week. I mean, it's hard. This fuel tanker trailer, as I thought it would be, it's tough to find loads. You look at our deadhead this week. I mean, we had to travel to get some loads, but we did find, again, some new places that we can visit to get Pioneer loads. But right from the get-go, we deadheaded to Longview to pick up crude oil from BP. So we went from Longview to Texarkana. Texarkana, we picked up crude oil at the Union Pacific Rail Station. We took that to Dallas. From Dallas, we deadheaded up to Waco to Pioneer. From Waco to Corpus Christi. Then we were finally able to pick up a Pioneer load in Corpus Christi, took that back to Corpus Christi, deadheaded back to Pioneer Corpus Christi, delivered to BP Refinery in Corpus Christi, deadheaded back to Pioneer Corpus Christi, but then we couldn't get that same load back to Corpus Christi, which I was hoping we'd be able to do. So we ended up having to go to Houston. From Houston, we deadheaded to Waco. Waco to Fort Worth, Texas. Ended up deadheading to Wichita Falls. Wichita Falls, we went up to Oklahoma. This is our first time visiting Oklahoma. Had to hit the toll roads there. Then we deadheaded back from Oklahoma to Wichita Falls, only to go back to the same Goodyear place that we delivered. Deadheaded back to Wichita Falls, Dallas, Texas, Dallas back to Oklahoma, Oklahoma to Oklahoma, Oklahoma to New Mexico, New Mexico to New Mexico, New Mexico to New Mexico, and then finally Sunday, we were able to get back home to Fort Stockton, delivering some diesel to Fort Stockton. So a lot of deadhead this week, more than what we're used to. The rates weren't great. You can see we had a catastrophe in New Mexico on Sunday. Ended up not even making $1 on the load because we ended up having a severe, we got caught in a train situation and not good. So we did end up having some situations which you'll see on the account summary where we had to pay for some damages. But again, we are learning. This fuel tanker is going to be tricky. Is it doable? Yes, it seems that it's doable, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get 10 Pioneer visits, and we're going to have a lot of deadhead, which you see this week. So let's head over to the account summary and see where the money went this week. Okay, here is the week 5 accounting report. So the income of $177,000, we add that to our starting cost or our starting budget for the week. We had over $210,000 in expenses. A major expense was the wreck that we had late in the week. We spent over $75,000 fixing our trailer and our truck. That was just, it was not pretty. I meant to screen grab some of that and I lost them, deleted the wrong folder. So I apologize that we haven't had a lot of screen grabs to show you, but we'll try to do better with that. But we still have our daily loan payments of $76.02. That's on the initial $500,000 loan that we got. We're still paying on that. But you'll see that our operating cash each week has gone down. We are not making the money we were the first 2 weeks, obviously. And now, being an owner-operator, we are incurring all the costs. So we got our loan payments, we have service to the truck, service to the trailers, we have fuel now that we have to put into the trucks, and then we also this week had to pay tolls going up to Oklahoma. So that's something that we're going to have to remember for next week. We also bought a new trailer, a new load type that I noticed is the boom lift. I saw some loads coming out of Pioneer work sites for boom lifts, and they were paying pretty nicely. So I got a wooded low boy and upgraded it. That should be delivered hopefully next week, and maybe we can use that and make some money on these boom lift deliveries. We also had to use the tow truck again, unfortunately, and that was during the major wreck we had towards the end of the week. Week 6, looking forward to week 6 because we have a truck being delivered. We have hopefully a new trailer being delivered. So we're going to add a member to our company here. We're going to hire a driver to work with us. We did not meet our contractual obligations this week. We missed it by 2 deliveries. So we got a lot of figuring out to do. And we got some exciting things coming up here for week 6. So please stick around. Give us a like. Subscribe to the channel. If you have any pointers, anything that you notice playing the game, drop them in the comments. And we look forward to expanding the company here in week 6 and getting things rolling.